Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Give my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran, and today I'm mildly excited to be talking about the most popular project on all of GameFound. Before we get into that, I'm excited to be mentioned. Oniro.com is bringing you Oniro. God, he told me it was pronounced a specific way, and I totally spaced, and now I'm looking at the phonetic pronunciation, and I'm not 100% sure, because that feels off, but they do the best Kickstarter videos on the planet. That's what I thought when I first found out about them and saw their videos, and then I found out they do so much more. So if you want the best of the best help with Kickstarter, be sure to check out the link down below. And for the rest, check out my Fiverr link down below. Get yourself a Kickstarter critique or some rulebook to help stuff that is ilk. But right now, 682,000 euros have been raised with 15 days left to go for Galilea's Truth, which is Awakened Realms and Thundergriff Games. Now, I think it's interesting that they have put the and Thundergriff Games, because Thundergriff Games had the Galileo and that sort of stuff, and I don't feel like I recall correctly Awakened Realms sharing the head billing with the other companies that it had purchased their intellectual properties or games or libraries from. However they do that, maybe I'm wrong, but interesting, nonetheless. Galilea's Truth is a competitive Eurogame for one-to-four players by Virginio Gigli and Flaminia Brazzini as Scholars in the Dawn. So that's nice. The name drop them there, but you might want to also name drop what they've done so that it becomes more impressive if I don't know what it is. At Scholars in the Dawn of Modern Science, observe the sky, or write persuasive treatises. I don't know what that word is, and build inventions to reshape the future. And I read a lot of words, let me tell you. I read a lot of words. The game features worker placement, deck building, and resources management. Pursuing knowledge may cost your freedom, even your life, but the stars remain silent without it. 2 hours playtime. Now that's nice to know. Look at the main image. It's very boring. Yeah, there's Galileo, his office. I'd love the player link, time count, age, mechanism, components, something else aside from just, hey, there's a box. That being said, it's probably going to be a reasonably priced box because that's a relatively thin box. But the 2 hours playtime, I would put that on the main image. That's pretty awesome. As always in the video, I'm thinking 3 things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? And who is Virginio Gigli and Flaminia Brazzini? And I'm trying to pronounce that correctly, so apologies if I'm butchering it. 74 seconds. Okay. From the publisher of Darwin's Journey. Okay. That was a lot more impressive back when it wasn't from Awakened Realms, but I understand why they keep it here, and it's still good. Like, I'm not knocking it. It's just, it's such an interesting spot this game is, particularly. And I wonder how this conversation went down, because it feels like this was relatively bang, bang, bang. I feel like I heard about them getting purchased, or this game getting purchased by Awakened Realms not too long ago, then just boom, it's up here. Hey, Sean, let's go. Indeed. But I do like spotlighting this. This is great. From the publisher of those things. Okay.
The year is 1610. The world, as we know it, is on the precipice of change. A fragile balance between ancient dogma and dawning reason. Whispers of a new truth echoes through the hallowed halls of academia and across bustling piazzas.
Mike?
Nicolaus Copernicus's radical theory, once a fringe idea, now finds a formidable champion in Galileo Galilei, whose revolutionary observations of the cosmos threaten to dismantle the very foundations of accepted knowledge.
So, what do we do? What did you just tell? You just wasted the first half of your 30. You have a minute 14, so 37 seconds is half. I feel like that was completely wasted. We're at Galileo's time period, and I think we're playing as people who are against him and his ideas because they're changing history. That's an interesting theme, if that's what it is, but I'm not even 100% sure. Yeah. That looks good. I want to play that.
You are a scholar,
Ooh,
a
nice
brilliant mind in an age of intellectual ferment, drawn into the exhilarating and perilous quest for understanding.
Wait, innovative scoring track. What did it look? I would need to see. Oh, that looks cool. What was the first thing? Yeah, okay. That looks. I want to play that game.
Perilous quest for understanding. Armed with your intellect, you'll write groundbreaking.
Oh, was that me slowly discovering the constellations?
You'll write
That was pretty cool. Not gonna lie, that was neat.
Armed with your intellect,
I like that.
you'll write groundbreaking treatises, unveil ingenious
Treatises. Okay.
inventions, while the shadow of the Inquisition looms large. The fate of knowledge
It's a mechanic. You don't need to know more. It's there. Okay. We had to waste the first 41 seconds just talking about the time period and showcasing art. And by the way, that just screams time period, that picture. I don't know why.
And perhaps your very life rests in your hands.
I mean, I want to play that game. I really do. It looks fun. It looks interesting. I don't feel like that was the video that really made me feel like I have to buy it right now at all. I feel, yeah, everything looks fine. I'm interested. It looks good. 2 hours. I want to know more, but I'm not wowed. $95. Now we're talking, because that's a lot. So I see that box in the background. I really got to compliment this shot. I see the box in the background. I'm like, oh my gosh, but there's so much more. There's like a whole other box the same size, and the box insert, all these little mini expansion, these sticky little books and all this stuff. That $95 price point is very nice. Done. How much is it? Feels reasonable, right? You tell me $60 for this game plus 35 for all that stuff on the side. However your brain wants to shake it out, I feel like that's a great price. Awakened Realms crushed it. Creator, co-creator. Well, how do you do? So this also is going to be a really interesting one as well, because whenever I cover Awakened Realms projects, I don't typically do too much in the can you do it aspect of it, because Awakened Realms is GameFound, and GameFound is Awakened Realms. As I always like to remind people, GameFound owns Awakened Realms, or vice versa, and now they own Indiegogo too. But it's just like, so if you think GameFound is going to succeed, then you think this game's going to get shipped to you. So what do they do? The Kickstarters? Yeah, so make sure we're on the Kickstarter. I can spell Etherstone, because I'm curious. I don't think they're giving them all their games. I think, I don't know exactly what the agreement is, but I think it's probably just they're getting certain ones. Okay, so they had Flop, The Masterful Art of Underachieving. Ooh, that looks cool. And then Darwin's Journey Oceania, and then Trust Me, and then 10 Gardens, I do know is out. I played that. I thought it was fine. It was fine. I thought it was way overproduced. Just, hey you, this is the Sofa, and we're chilling, want to join, feel free to hang out and chill. Welcome to the campaign, everyone. I received both games, the mini expansion in the Netherlands. Everything looks amazing, from the soda pops to the artwork, the cards, the gameplay mechanics. Cool. Excellent. Can you do it? Let's make sure Darwin's Journey is out. I don't know if this one is. This project is from 2025, January 2025. As mentioned in our last update, we've detected since last February that some European backers did not receive the DHL notifications. It looks like good customer service. Can you do it? Yes. And I reviewed one of their games, way back when, if I recall correctly. So I'm not particularly worried about it. I'll be there to respond to your comments. It was a year ago. Any update on when you're receiving this in the USA? Have not received in the US. Hello, Christopher. Please send an email to that. And I'm assuming it is now out. Because, yeah. Cool. So Can You Do It is a solid yes. Not to mention, it's Awakened Realms. From the publisher of this game, which is really good, it has all these things, that's a great way to start, we have this. So they did this. It was fantastic on Darwin. Now we're doing it again on Galileo. See, now I feel like that's how you lead off with there. And I think they kind of tried to do that. But once again, that video really just glossed past things real quick here. Like that is, let's see. I guess it was 3-4 seconds. I take that back. I don't know. I just didn't get the connect of like, hey, they did this and now we're moving on to Galileo, which I guess it is. So yeah, I'm excited. Why back now? Enhance your game experience with deluxe components. Free shipping for, wow, holy Toledo. I put that on the main image, honestly. We go back to that main image and now there's wasted space. You put free shipping on there. That perks up people's ears. If I tell you the most popular project on all of GameFound right now has free shipping, like, that's a, whoa, okay. And I say, oh, it's only $95. And I say, oh, wow. Like, 95 euros. Granted, so we're like 100-ish. Feels fine. Double the gameplay content with a secret treaties expansion, which is this thing. Cool. Stretch goals will unlock a brand new modular expansion enhancing the gameplay. Wow. Awesome. Tons of gameplay for 95. In retail, you'll pay up to twice the price for the core box game and stretch goals. Okay. I am going to give them a third of a point grade bump up right here, because 95, actually it's probably closer to 97% of the time, whenever people start talking about how much money you're saving versus now versus MSRP on Kickstarter, it just falls flat. It doesn't feel like it works most of the time. They try, and sometimes you're like, oh, that's kind of good, but you never really feel it. I feel like this one does. I say all that for 95 bucks, especially without the shipping. I say, okay, yeah, I definitely would expect to pay more than that after the fact. Like, if you're like, all right, this is in a math trade in a year and a half. And so it's just like, yeah, I'll give you $100 for that. I'd be like, yeah, I could see that happening, right? Like, they kudos on that. Innovative score track, making meaningful decisions while scoring points. Love that. Inquisition mechanic, your achievements fuel your persecution. Okay, love to know more. Your only worker, protected at all costs. Fascinating. Shape your library, grow your knowledge. No game of Galileo's Truth ever feels the same. The base game, $49. Fine, very fine. 40 coin token cardboards, 100 wax seal cardboard. Excellent. This is for both editions. This is for the base game. This is for the founders. And I like the fact that they're leading with all the stuff that's different, as opposed to what I feel like most people do is starting with all the stuff that's the same, then putting it on the bottom. You know, it's not a huge deal either way. I just appreciate the fact you're doing it, but I feel like putting the stuff that's different up top is just a better idea most of the time. And I see it, and I'm like, yep, I agree. Let's make this industry standard if we can. That's nice. Because you're focusing on what's important. This is why you should pay the extra $56. Your coins, they're now metal. The wax seals, they're soft plastic. Ooh, fun. Research tokens, wood. And then you got the silk screen, book-like illustrated card hold. Yeah, we're done. I'm interested. Sorry for that sound. I couldn't find my other water bottle. Secret Treatises expansion and Yet It Moves expansion. I want it. And yeah, there's 2 expansions. So you're pretty much just saying those are $20-ish expansions. I'm in. 4 of those boards. Looks good. Want to play it. What do I need? I want some quotes. Some quotes would be real nice here. Gameplay video. How to play video. I know you got a fantastic price. I know I want this. I don't know what it does. But it's such a reasonable price. I don't care. Look at those deluxe. Yeah. I might put those pictures a little bit higher, but honestly, your price is so good. So solid, I don't care. Solo mode is included in every version of Galileo's Truth because it's this expansion right here, which makes this look like it has more value at first glance, and like great. And they're answering it too, right here. Like this feels like really early on, because now my brain is like $95. Okay, it's a great price. I'm in. But what are all these other Xboxes? Say, oh, one of them's for solo. Neat. All the truths are easy to discover and understand. Great. 95, 2,719 to 390. So what are we shooting there? That's 5 times to 1, 6 times 1, 7 times. So they're roughly creeping up on 7 to 1 selling their deluxe versus their standard. 7 to 10 is what I say is typically what you're shooting for. That's the industry standard for great. That means you did a great job. They're nearly 7. And yeah. Because there's actually this secret one, which has, what's this? Upgrade your game with premium accessories and go behind the scenes with the art book and discover the creative journey that brought the game to life. Okay, so that's definitely going to fudge up your numbers there, but I appreciate the fact that you're not like, this is our main thing. Like, this is an extra $50 book if you were just a hardcore fan, and we see nearly 1,000. Good for them. Good for them. Great. Like, legitimately, I hate this sort of thing in the hobby because anything that you're adding to your game that I feel like is just going to collect dust and not get used and eventually end up in a landfill and not in the box, you know, when this gets to the second, third, fourth owner, is bad for the hobby, right? But man, that's a lot of money there. That's a good chunk of change right there, getting people to do it. 1,000 people. Kudos for them. Galileo's Truth Collector's Darwin's Journey Collector. Oh, so this comes with Darwin's Journey. 200 people jumped onto that. Nice. The Scientist Bundle. So this is everything on Darwin, everything in Galileo. We got 375, which, once again, I go back to what I said, that 7 to 10 times to 1, standard versus deluxe. Is great industry standard. They absolutely would be crushing that number if it wasn't for all these pledges too. Because you can almost just lump these in because they did buy the everything. They just like, I want even more. 375, that jumps us up to 575. That's 1575 plus the 2719. And now we're looking at, what's that, 4,300 of the deluxe to 390. Fantastic. That is 11 times to 1. Just, that's great. That's 2 days in a row, by the way. I feel like yesterday we covered one that was 12 to 1, I think it was. So, fantastic. Those are standouts, by the way. Excellent. Founders component upgrade. What is this? Silkscreen suspicion markers, high availability. Cool. Neat. New secret. I love those cards. Excellent, because they're extra, and I like extra stuff in my game. Yeah. Oh, and these are once again. These are actually real stretch goals. So that's a bit intriguing. GameFound most of the time does the daily reveals, which they call stretch goals. Okay, cool. But either way, this is great. A bunch of extra stuff added to it. Ooh, historical events, love that. I would update your thing above that has the list of all the components. Then all the here's stuff here that you're gonna want. You're like, oh, look at all that. If I just told you all those add-ons were $95, you'd be like, yeah, that seems well, not those ones. If I said those add-ons right here, well, the art book doesn't count. You get what I'm saying. If I showed you just the add-ons and took off the base game and you said that was $95 on Kickstarter, you'd be like, yeah, that feels about right. They'd be like, it's free shipping. You'd be like, oh, wow, that's actually a pretty decent price. And then I say, ha, you fool. That actually comes with the main game, too. You'd be like, wow. Right? Like, they crushed that. Good for them. Gala's, and I imagine this was, like, I would just love to have been a fly on the wall for the negotiation practice of, like, all right, because was it them who reached out to GameFound and said, hey, we're thinking about shopping our game around. We don't know if you want it. You've been buying up a bunch of euros, or was it them who like, hey, you're planning on launching this, and well, we think that maybe we blah, 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 and they could go to a much higher print run number, and then we could lower the price. And like, I would love to have been a fly on the wall on that. Anyway, we got some videos, quick play. We got Richard. He's fantastic. Quotes. I'd put this somewhere else aside from right there in the tiny spot. The game is a blast. So many intertwined, very thematically grounded decisions. That feels like a really solid quote that you could doll up. Like, if you want to be lazy, which I don't, and I'm not saying Awakened Realms is lazy, but I'm saying if you want to be lazy and use AI, like, you can easily do, which Awakened Realms clearly does. Like, just pump that in, take that picture, like, we're done. That's a great quote. Like, oh, it's not just crunchy, it's thematically crunchy in this interesting time period. Like, boom. The suspicion track is what thematic integration should be in games. Once again, I felt like you telling me about that suspicion track was a little bit underwhelming. You throw a solid quote in there, like, and we're there, like, oh, they're saying that's one of the best parts of the standout game, how thematically integrated it is. Wow, look at this one. La mecanica di sociedad is brilliant. So that sounds like superfluous fluff. But once again, hey, Awakened Realms, you know that there's this thing you can do called translating languages. I know you're Awakened Realms. You're $1 billion company. You can't translate this to English too? Like, I know what it says, but, like, that's just so weird to me when companies don't do that. It's just, where the majority of people are backing this, too. They probably speak English. Why would you be like, yeah, that quote, should we change it? Nah, we don't have time for that. That would take, literally, 15 seconds. Because, once again, they're not doing an impressive graphic. They just copy and paste it. They're like, nobody's going to come this far down anyway. Who the hell cares? Worker evolution. What? Develop your worker's knowledge. That seems cool. I didn't realize that was a thing. Neat.
Darwin's Journey is a 1 to 4 player.
Oh, hey! Oh, no, this is about Darwin's Journey. Okay, we're talking about something else. Moving on. I thought, so do we not have that? Okay, whatever. Shipping. It's free. Except for the rest of Europe. Yeah, great. The shipments to the United States do not include custom duties. Okay, you told me now. If I missed it, I missed it. At the end of the day, it's still free shipping. And I'm going to be getting, yeah, fine. It's fine. We got this picture. It looks good. Love that picture. Those are deluxe fight components. Oh, that's Awakened Realms quality. Awesome. Sure. Neat. Neato speedo. Okay. We're out. Let's give this the updates, FAQ, comments. Give this one a grade. Anything in the FAQ popping? Oh, look at that. They organized it like Reload from Colossal Games. Appreciated. Is Darwin's Journey Galilea a new mini expansion? Yes, you can find it in the add-ons for Darwin's Journey. We want to celebrate the second title of this collection by offering Galilea's mini expansion for Darwin's Journey. It comes with the Galilea. What? Well, I didn't feel like, well, that's cool. That's nifty. I'm glad I just happened to randomly stumble on that in the FAQ. Right? Like, that would be something to spotlight. Like, it goes back to what I said, like, oh, hey, now my brain goes to, what's in all those boxes, right? And one of those things is something that's an expansion for this other game that's really high. Maybe I'm much more likely to pull the trigger on that one pledge level. I feel like those weren't spotlighted well at all. But at that price, I don't feel like most people care. Tailor your destiny. Mentor and Night Skies unlocked. 8 Mentor cards, 60 Night Skies. Today reveal is all about making Galileo's Truth uniquely yours, introducing new ways to shape your strategy from the very first turn through the highly modular and asymmetric gameplay. Let's discover what we are unlocking today. Cool prepackaged thing with the neat. Look, that is long. Okay, what is everybody got to say? Nothing. Oh, there it is. Looks great, but I wouldn't mind if the celestial options the windows had. Yeah, so these are, just to check that I understood it correctly. So cool. People in the weeds about the game, looking good. Check out the comments. Give it a grade. It's looking solid. Are those the final graphics for the game and Patreons? I hope not. Is the Darwin's Firelight expansion not part of this, or was that part of the collector's edition or something? I haven't backed previous campaigns, but was thinking of getting a bunch of Darwin's. It's inside collector's box. Can we see more accessories for Darwin's Journey? I own retail version. Hi, smash like if interested in our pledge manager to be able to purchase items a la carte. You can pick exactly what you'd like. Or acrylic tiles. So great. They're doing good customer service here. And it looks like Thundergriff is on all the customer services. Interesting. So this is such an interesting thing that GameFound is doing. That Kickstarter. Well, let's go to Final Grade, because I do want to mention the Final Grade because I think it's so fascinating what Awakened Realms is doing here. So Final Grade. Do I want it? Yes, I do. And that is heavily connected with how much it is, which once again, you have a rock solid price with free shipping, which I think you should be shouting from the hilltops even more. You don't have to pay customs and duties in the back end, but still, free shipping, 95 euros. Big box, another expansion, whole bunch of deluxe vacations. We're done. How much is it? Is a checkmark plus. Also, kudos for them. They're literally sitting at 12-1 the amount of deluxeified games sold to the amount of standard games. I say 7 to 10 times to 1 is great industry standard. So hitting 12 is fantastic. And that's not including all the other versions of Darwin's Journey that they're selling in the back end here, which 375, 196, and that's not even just counting the people who are doing as potentially add-ons. That is a 500 print run of Darwin's Journey and probably even more, along with those deluxeifications and everything else, which might be moving back inventory. It might be clearing out space that you're paying for, in warehouses, places, or it might be completely doing a new print run of it, right? Like, that is all fantastic. And so how much is it? Checkmark plus. Do I want it? Yeah, I'll go with yes, but I don't feel like they did the greatest job really just loading it all up and just shooting it out at me at once, especially just the misuse of videos, the misuse of those quotes, which could have done a lot. I feel like the quotes really could have done some heavy lifting. The videos, when you get it on the bottom, there's an impressive who's who of like, oh, I got one of these and one of these. Focusing a little bit more deeply on what made you special. I think really it was just a big fumble. The first 37 seconds of this, just focus on
through the hallowed
just this gobbledygook before then. And then you get into the, oh wow, there's an innovative scoring mechanism, because then when we get to the actual stuff that gamers are going to care about, it's like we take such little time on it. But it's nitpicks, because we lead off with this, like, yeah, they did this, and now they're doing this. So can you do it? Absolutely. Do I want it? Yes. How much is it? Checkmark plus. We have a solid grade here. Now, I do want to discuss what GameFound has done with this project, and it's really interesting moving forward to see if they're going to continue to do this, because I wonder if GameFound is going to continue to do this with other companies, where they kind of try and just dig their claws a little bit deeper into their games. Because right now, you got to think about it, GameFound, aka Awakened Realms, is already running their crowdfunding project, right? And they're already, doing that. And they're like, well, if we helped you, say, on the manufacturing end, because, we're getting a little bit more deeply involved in this, and we're going to be advertising a little bit more. It's going to be much more likely to get seen, and we can do better shipping rates, and we can do better prices, and we can do larger print runs. And then we can start talking about expansions in the future. And I wonder if GameFound is going to continue to do this, and Awakened Realms is going to continue to do this with other companies, like higher profile games, because I think it's brilliant. I think it's really smart. Anytime you can say, oh yeah, we're getting a tiny chunk of the pie off of like 8 to 10 fantastic games that are evergreen games, and they keep coming back to us, because if they keep coming back to us, we just have this massive billboard and we can make it in large print runs. And I think it's so smart. It's one of those things that if Kickstarter actually would have been doing this oh so long ago. Imagine if they would have been doing this with CMON or with Mythic, or like when Mythic or CMON just, fell on hard times. Imagine if Kickstarter already had a small chunk of that pie and they're like, well, we'll just take a little bit more of that pie. And then all of a sudden, like, it's just fascinating. I'm not saying at all that that's what Awakened Realms is doing. But that's what it kind of feels like what they're doing. I think it's kind of brilliant. So third of a point grade bump up for them. But final grade is solid. A minus. I think I'm going to go with A minus. Everything you need here feels like it's there, except for a rule booklet. But they do have a variety of videos down there. I would like a rule booklet. Some of the stuff, the spotlighting of this, that, the other thing, all pimples on otherwise beautiful noses, because at the end of the day, that price for what you probably expect to be a very rock solid Euro game with it's just, they beat you down with the price. Like, I could click on 4 of these things and be like, there, that's the $95 pledge, and be like, okay, that feels fine. And there's 7 and stretch goals and counting, and the stretch goals, aka unlocks, seem to be bangers. Sean said, all in all, I'm curious about this one, but the video intro is a huge put off, just drug on way too long. I agree. I think if we get it, Galileo, he liked the stars. Here's how this game is thematically connected. It has all these cool mechanisms, and here's Richard Ham saying, oh, he loves how thematically connected is, blah, 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 blah. But, end of the day, A minus. Let me know in the comments below what's your final grade for Galileo's Truth. And let me know what you think about that idea I thought about a little bit earlier. What do you think about Awakened Realms starting to potentially, because it doesn't feel like they purchased Thundergryph as it has for other projects, but I also I just want to go back and double check, see that. Like, let's go back to, say, Agricola. Yeah, that's just by straight up Awakened Realms. Have they done anything else where they were by Awakened Realms? And Thundergryph, by Awakened Realms, by Awakened Realms. Oh, your boy is good. Oh, Chip Theory. That was the big one, but those are for, like, mini expansions. But once again, if you're a company, do you want to dig a little bit of a pie out from Chip Theory Games? I imagine you do. Good for them. Man, Alex. I shouldn't give it all the praise to Alex, but I feel like Alex is like an evil mastermind, just doing his fingers like this and making just fantastic decisions. Yeah, A minus. Let me know in the comments below. It's your final grade as always. Thanks for your time, YouTube. Bye bye. And the stream.